Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today we are going to be doing a look at all of the sticky notes and page flags that I use as part of my planning process. If you all are interested in seeing that, please stick around. So over the years, I have definitely collected a bunch of sticky notes and page flags and things that I find are useful or helpful to me in my planning process. And I have more recently tried to whittle down the types of sticky notes or types of page flags that I have into what I feel like is really functional for me, and in order to kind of wean down my collection and just have things that I actually use. And what I've been able to do is get all of those types of items into this clear container. This is a container that I purchased off of Amazon. I will definitely link it down below if I'm able to find it. They have these in a bunch of different sizes, and I do have quite a few of them. I have some long ones like this. I also have some shorter ones that are about a third of the size, and I use them for a ton of different things. I put pens in the longer ones. I'll use the shorter ones to put like paper clips in and like those binder clips and things like that. They're really useful for me and allow me to organize all of my office supplies really nicely. So all of these sticky notes and page flags that I have are in this container, and this just allows me to pull this whole thing out when I'm planning or needing to put sticky notes into my planners in order to know exactly what I have and use what I have in a functional way. So why don't we start kind of over on this end? So this whole section here are just pretty common or generic sticky notes. I do have these appointment sticky notes that are from Cloth and Paper. I believe I must have received these in a sub box. I haven't used them a bunch yet. It's one of those things that I kind of just forget about them when I'm like writing out my appointment information, but I do really think they're a good idea. So I have these. I have urgent sticky notes, again from Cloth and Paper. I really love these. I always have a small stack of them in my personal size planner, which is my on-the-go planner wallet. And then I do also have a stack of them in my classic HP planner as well. Next, we have these kind of date and subject sticky notes from Cloth and Paper. I have used these a little bit, but not as much as some of my other ones. I do like them. I think that they're really good for like a specific event or activity that you need to get done. Again, it's one of those things that I just sometimes forget that I have these and end up using more of a generic sticky note instead. And then next, I do have a couple different colors of their just like plain colored sticky notes. I kind of have intentionally been working my way through this first package before I use this second one. I do not know what colors these are. I'll be very honest about that. And so I haven't worked my way fully through this one, but once I do, I'll start using this more mauve-y color. Next, I have these grid sticky notes with a colored top. I do know that this is the mink color on the top here. I love these so much. I have another set of them that are unused that I have kind of in like my backlog of unused extra products. And I do have a stack of these in my classic HP planner. I just really like the way that they look. I try to use them a little bit more sparingly because I don't believe they're on the website anymore. Or at least I remember them being difficult to get. And so I know I'm going to be sad when I run through them, so I try to use them a little bit more sparingly, but I really love the dot grid on here. I also have these are not a sticky note, but as you can see, they look very, very similar to these sticky notes that I just showed. And these came in a sub box from Cloth and Paper. And I think the idea of these ended up morphing into the sticky note. But these are basically a thick cardstock. You can probably hear that. And again, they're dot grid, and then they have just like a bar upon the top, and you can use these for anything. I don't believe they sell these on the Cloth and Paper website anymore, but if you have like an important event or important reminder for yourself, you can certainly write them on here and then stick them in a pocket, or a planner pocket, or maybe use a little washi tape to stick them into a page of your planner. I don't think these are super functional. Like, I love a sticky note better, but I just really love the design of these. Part of why I ended up purchasing those matching sticky notes, and so that's why I haven't gotten rid of them. Last, in this kind of more usual or generic style sticky note, I do have these from Poi Hun. This is a note to self sticky note. It is this gorgeous kind of marbleized background with their little signature color on top, and it actually stickies on the side, which I really like, because this is a longer sticky note, but by sticking on the side here, it allows you to stick it into your planner, even my like personal size planner, and it'll fit really nicely. So I really do like these. I've used them in the past. I'm not currently using them, but I've used them in the past and I really like them. So if I plop all those back in, why don't we start on this end now? So these are also a bunch of different types of sticky notes. They, I believe, are all from Cloth and Paper, but I've taken them all off their backs. Like, Cloth and Paper has like a cardstock backing on all of their sticky notes and things, and that just became really bulky, and so I removed the backings from everything. Yes, I don't exactly know what goes with what, and colors I never remember, but just with regards to functionality and of storage, I took them off their backs. So these are some transparent sticky notes from Cloth and Paper. They are totally transparent. And then these, I believe, are in the Amalfi Coast color. This is actually 2 sets. I did receive them in a sub box, and then I think I purchased another set of them from like a Cloth and Paper resale, a Facebook group or something like that. But these are also transparent. They do have that beautiful kind of aqua color tone to them, and I use these a lot when I am putting together my monthly spreads in my classic HP size planner. I'll basically go through like my work calendars online and see whatever I have for work, and then I'll go through the sticky note that I have in my personal planner where I'll write all my appointments quickly when I make them, and I'll write all my personal stuff on there, and then I'll pull this off, put it in the monthly spread of my classic HP planner, and then when it's time for me to actually plan in that month, I already have everything written out. So that's how I've been using these. Next, I have a couple sets of smaller circle sticky notes and these hexagon sticky notes. I believe it came like, 1 in 1, and then, one in the other. I don't know if that's how the colors were pairing up, but these are all really, really beautiful colors. We have more of a peach over here, kind of a darker, starting to lean more to like almost like a faded maroon in a sense. This kind of beige color, and then almost like a blush pink mauve. So these are really nice. I have used these in my planner, not a ton, but I have used them. I do think they're a really great size for maybe my personal size on the go planner, so I want to try to start incorporating them into that system. Next, I have some bigger circle sticky notes. Again, these are all from Cloth and Paper. I've definitely been using these two in my classic HP size planner for a while. This one has more of a mauve tone to it, whereas this one is more of a classic pink. And I think one of them is called Bubble Bath, and the other one I can't remember, but I've had these for a while. I do like these a ton. And then this one is more of a neutral tone. It's just a light gray, which I also really like. Lastly, I have these tabbed sticky notes. I use these in my personal size planner wallet. I have the paper ones right on my inbox, and this is usually where I just end up writing all of the appointments that I have as I make them that will eventually make their way into monthly spreads. There is a set of transparent ones on the back. Oh yeah, I think I stuck them back to back. That way it could pull off when I wanted, and they're just a beautiful color. I do believe they still sell these on the website. I forget what color they are, but they're just a really, really pretty color, so I really like those. And let me just plop all these back in. Next, I thought I'd show you all this. So this I purchased online. I believe I found it on Amazon. I could be, or Etsy. It's been a really long time, so I'm not 100% sure. I don't use them, which is a shame because I really should. They're very, very cute. I primarily purchased this set. It's on like almost like a cardboard backing because I really, really wanted a marbleized sticky note, and at that time I couldn't find one individually. So, and I really like the size of this square sticky note. This is definitely something I should be using in my personal size planner. But it also came with these really thin sticky. I lost these, but that's okay. They were really dark. You couldn't even write on them. And these are kind of dark as well, but maybe just to mark off a page of interest. This noted one is really nice. It's just a little bit of a dot grid. And then the to-do list one has a bit of like almost like a stone blue coloring to it. Really pretty as well. I don't use these a bunch, but they're just so gorgeous I can't get rid of them. So they just kind of hang out in the back over here. And then in the middle section here is where I have more of like my page flag style things. So I have left these on the backing just because they're smaller in size, and it's a bit more convenient, honestly, to have them on the back because of the size. So I do have these really beautiful dust page flags. I'd say this is probably my favorite color of the cloth and paper transparent page flags and sticky notes and such. These are in the square shape. I really, really love this color. It's just super, super pretty. I also have that in cashmere as well, which is a bit more of like a beige tone. I like this color too, but it's just, you know, dusk is 100% my favorite. Again, I have Amalfi Coast. This came with those circle sticky notes in a sub box. I have not used the square page flags in the Amalfi Coast much, but I do like them. And then lastly, I have the square in Avant-Garde, which I did receive in another sub box. These are just really more so meant to like mark off a page, and I definitely do use them in my personal size planner to mark off the current month that I'm on in my monthly view, because I don't have monthly side tabs. But you can't really write on them, or at least I haven't found like a white pen or marker that can write on this dark color. If anybody has, definitely let me know. I'd be really curious to try that out. Then I have several of the regular size page flags. So these are a little bit narrower and they have sticky on one end. This is that dusk color again. You know, one thing that I've definitely noticed with cloth and paper products, and I think they're getting better at this, is that there really tends to be a color discrepancy depending on the size or shape or medium of the product, which to me is very understandable if you're going from like a paper product to a transparent product, but it's a little bit more confusing to me if you're going from like a regular page flag size to a square page flag, because these are both dusk color, and as you can tell, they look nothing alike. And if I peel off, they 100% look completely different. I'm just going to put that one up top there, and then I'll do the same with this dusk color. And as you can see, even what they look like on white paper, maybe I should just put this on the edge here. It's totally different. Like, those two colors are very clearly different. So that's a little bit unfortunate, because I would probably like to mix sizes in a spread, and it kind of feels like you can't when the colors aren't perfect. I definitely prefer this pinkier dust color to what this square page flag is, but I do like both. I'm actually just gonna sacrifice these. See here. And next I have cashmere, which I do have in the square page flag as well. And again, definitely, to me at least, a pretty obvious color discrepancy there. I have Bellini, which is a really, really beautiful color. I love using this in the fall and winter months. It's just got a very, very warm tone to it, which I really, really like. And then lastly, I have the Avant-Garde as well, which I received in a sub box. I also have this set from Poi Hun, which is just 4 different colored page flags. What I like about these is that they have sticky on like more than half of the page flag itself. So when I put them down, I'm pretty confident that they're not going to move anywhere. And I do also really love the colors in here. Obviously, this darker gray tone is going to be a little bit harder to write on, and so you'd likely just kind of mark that, mark a page with that. But the other 3 colors you could definitely write on, and they're just really pretty tones. If I'm not going neutral, like a shade of gray, then I tend to lean more towards these like pinkier tones and also like mauve tones. So I really, really like that set there. So those are all of the page flags that I have, and all of these sticky notes that I have that I use in my planning system. Of course, I use these for like different things at different times, but I've found that like weaning down my collection to fitting in this little clear container here just allows me to really use my product more and to not just have so much stuff sitting around being unused. So I'm really glad I went through and ended up paring down what was in here. I genuinely love all of the sticky notes that are in here and use all of them. Same with page flags. And so this is a really good size collection for me. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about these products, please do not hesitate to put a comment down below. Again, if I can find this plastic container, I'll definitely link it below. I'm not going to link all the separate sticky notes, but I'll certainly put a link to the Cloth and Paper website as well as Poi Hun's website, because those are the 2 brands that are kind of included in here. And I will be back, I believe, in a few days with another Plan With Me, which I am really, really looking forward to. I hope all of you are well, and as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.